He's finally back. Finally, after such a long wait, all off season, the Bruins announced that they are re-signing Patrice Bergeron to a one-year deal worth $2.5 million against the cap, and then $2.5 million in performance-based incentives. Now, what do I think of this? Not surprised. Not surprised at this at all. I would have been shocked if he didn't return. I know I did a video on what if Bergeron and Krejci don't return. I think that was a viable thing to talk about, given that it had been a long time. But I don't think many people were expecting Bergeron not to return. I mean, you've listened to players for weeks. A lot of the draft picks mentioned Bergeron reaching out to them. Pavel Zacha mentioned he couldn't wait to play with Bergeron in the fall. Jim Montgomery had talked about talking with Bergeron and saying, oh, I hope he returns. He's like a coach in the room. So again, not surprising. As for a cap hit, I mean, again, they're still under the cap technically. I know they still have to re-sign Pavel Zacha because he's an RFA. I know that hearing is coming up in just a few days. So again, I think it really comes down to it's not a very expensive deal. Again, and I think the reason that I think Bergeron was open to 2.5 million is because he got the 2.5 million performance-based incentives, which is a huge part of it. My guess is those performance-based incentives are not too difficult to hit. I don't think those are too hard to hit. And again, we don't know that yet, but my guess is they are not too difficult to hit. So again, comes in under the cap right now. Good in performance-based incentives. The player is obviously happy, or else he wouldn't return. And they have a number one center again. I think that's the best part for the Bruins. They have that number one center. This is an encouraging sign because again, there had been nothing for a while there. I think some people were getting a little nervous, but again, I don't think it's any surprise that Patrice Bergeron is returning to the Bruins. Again, 1 year deal, 2.5 million annually, 2.5 million in performance-based incentives. So again, good deal, great player. Hard to hate this because there really wasn't any other options if he decided he didn't want to return. Then you would have had some real issues, but that's not the case. He is returning. We're going to have more on this later with a video with Connor and I. We're going to have coverage on it going forward. So make sure to stay subscribed to Bruins Rinkside on YouTube.